Good evening ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Tonight once again those badass motherfuckers that call themselves Wheel-to-Wheel Racing go at it. Join my good mate Footna for his fun fact alongside our commentary boys. So crack open a cold alcoholic beverage, plonk your ass down in front of a TV and oogity fuckity boogity, let's go racing.
Hello and welcome to another qualifying round for round 12 at Nürburgring 24 Hour. Tonight we have got Weary City Zen, Luminous, Jonesy 175 and Speedy Tyres doing their qualifying tonight. So let's get straight to it, shall we, and see what these boys can do.
Absolutely.
So word on the street is that Speedy Tyres is going to be man to watch, with rumours that he's been down in the 803s. So I'm expecting big things. We know how good the Mercedes is around. Should be around here. It steers well. So let's see if he's got the pace of Pure Axle. He's chasing the fastest Div 1 time at the moment of a 803.7 something.
Unbelievable time. It's not all made on the straight either in that McLaren.
No. So which will make it even harder for the Mercedes. But Mercedes has got 170 corners to navigate. And being a car that, it's a driving car, it goes well through the corners, so it should be able to put in a decent time.
Yeah, definitely. I think important, you get three flying laps around here, is it, Rexy? And then,
3
bank
laps.
Bank a time on your first one, and then go for broke. Nothing to lose. How crucial do you reckon pole will be? Like, as in starting in the front?
Oh, look, I think, you really want to be... Like, for me, I like to sit in the top 5 if I can. But the Mustang doesn't start very well. Or I can't get it off the line anyway. So, if you're at the front, you can sort of try to avoid a little bit of traffic. We all know how hard Nürburgring is to pass around this track. It's very narrow, it's fast. The passing opportunities are quite limited. So if you get caught up in traffic at the back, those quicker guys can really put some seconds between you.
What would you do if you had a quicker guy behind you? Would you let them through and try and suck into their slipstream and hang with them, and hopefully they can tow you along, or would you block them?
Being the last race of the season, I'd be blocking.
Yeah, making it as hard for them as you can.
I'd be trying, I'm not going to do anything illegal, but I'd just be focused on putting my best lap in, and if they want to get past, they need to try to get it done cleanly.
Yeah, definitely. There's a few championships. Well, there's a couple of divisions up for grabs here, isn't there? Lobbies, I should say. Points. Or divisions, I should say. Division 1, Division 2, top 3, all up for grabs.
Yeah, look, there should be some great racing. As you say, they're fighting for points to take out the season in both 1, 2 and 3. So, yeah, it should be interesting. It's a 90-minute race, so you're not going to win it in the first lap, but you definitely want to qualify reasonably well so that you give yourself the best chance possible.
Yeah, it's a long time to concentrate around Nürburgring and not make a mistake. I mean, you just got to drive within yourself. You have to push, but don't push past those limits, and you'll be okay. Also, the tyre wear, that'll come into play and the fuel burn. The car will get lighter as you go through your laps. So
yeah, look, most cars will be running around here. They're going to be doing 2-lap stints basically. You may see the odd person try to do a 3-lapper, but I would say majority of the field will be doing 2 laps and then in for fuel and tyres. So for me, come race day, I think I'd be content to sit behind somebody and just get sucked along. It sort of takes the pressure off you, puts all the pressure on them, and then try to make a move in sort of that last lap. And maybe rely on the just straight line speed of the Mustang to do my passing down the straights.
Yeah, you can get a good slipstream down that straight, as we know it's so long, but also on the flip side of that, if you pass someone too quickly, they can slip you back before the braking zone, so you have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, look, I've found in the practice that I've done throughout the week that other cars are finding it hard to make a pass on me in slipstream, even down that long straight. Like, they'll catch up, but they can't get behind me, so I've got that sort of straight line advantage, which may come into play at the end of the race. I think the McLarens will also have that sort of straight line advantage. So for a car like a Mercedes or a BMW, you know, they're going to try to need to make moves before those long straights, and make sure that they don't have the likes of a McLaren or a Mustang up their backside come that long start finish straight at the end of the race. Or not the start finish straight, but that really long straight before the start finish line.
If you could pick any car to come around to drive around this track competitively in GR3, what would you choose?
Either the BMW or the Lexus.
Okay, interesting.
Well, see, I've always found the Lexus just a great all-rounder. You know, I really enjoyed driving it in Season 4. I was competitive, I had a few wins in it. And, you know, with the recent updates, the Group 3 is even better. So, yeah, I was always a fan of the Lexus. I had no issues with it when I drove it. And the BMW, you know, steers well. It's got good general speed. It's a little bit thirsty, but all in all, again, it's another great all-rounder. But if I had to choose out of the BMWs, I'd probably be in the M6 for this track.
Yeah, fine moves. How's your M3 around here?
Yeah, it goes alright. Fuel's always an issue with the M3 compared to the M6. It's a little more stable, I think, than the M6, but yeah, I've struggled with fuel with the M3, I think, all season. But yeah, no, it feels good, but yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, makes good low down power, that BMW of yours. You know, you haven't got to really rev it out that hard to keep your car speed up, which is a real positive around a place like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, when you compare it to that turbocharged M6, I always found the M6 a little bit twitchy in the lower gears, but definitely had more straight line speed than the M3.
Yeah, it is a bit twitchy on corner exits.
Yeah, I find around here too, you know, like just watching speedy tyres at the moment, your front can get really light around a few parts of this track, so you've got to be a little bit careful as well. You know, you don't want it lifting too much and find yourself with no front end grip when you want to go left or right.
Yeah, you know, the Mercedes has got plenty of front end grip. Just watching it now, it looks so stable running around these corners here. You know, it's a really nice car to be in around this track. I think Speedy's going to do a fantastic job, and we're going to see a really fast time. But if we go through the rest of the field, just have a look at these other drivers for the moment. We've got Jonesy in the Lexus. He's got a fantastic looking livery on that thing. She's looking nice. So
yeah, good on you,
I'm not too sure what division Jonesy's in. So I can't sort of think of what sort of time. But if I was him, I'd be looking at doing, you know, an 8:15 would be a reasonably good time for him, you'd think.
So Speedy's just
What
left the
division
party.
is?
Speedy's getting focused for his hot lap.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Doesn't want
I'll
any
tell you what,
distractions.
I'll be doing the same. I'll need to concentrate.
Let's jump on board with
what-
Speedy
what-
for his hot lap.
Yep.
Yeah,
all right.
why not?
What division was Jonesy? Just out of curiosity.
I think it's Div 3.
Okay.
Div 3 or 4.
So what if he does an 8:15 in that Lexus in Div 4, he's doing well.
Yeah, well, I didn't know, so I just threw it. You know, you did an 8:14,
Yeah.
so that's sort of the benchmark time for the Lexus at the moment.
Yeah, I did a season with the
Speedy
Merc.
is-
It was a nice car.
Yeah, you
some
know,
great
it was
success in
the
that
first car I started driving in the when I started playing Gran Turismo, and I loved it. I found it another good all-rounder. But then when I joined Wheel to Wheel and started driving the Lexus, I pretty much just drove that for 6 months, and I found it a really competitive car. It's not the fastest, but it just seemed to go reasonably well at just about every track.
Yeah, you know, strangely, my favourite car, I think, so far since Wheel to Wheel started was probably the gosh, I loved the WRX and the Mitsubishi. I think that really suits my style. Just very agile, maneuverable car. Not so quick down the straights, but you can just they're great on tracks like this. Yeah.
Two cars that I have not driven, or that I've hardly driven, is the Mitsubishi and the WRX. But you know, there's no denying it. The Mitsubishi won season 4 of Wheel to Wheel. It was strong all season. It was really hard to beat. Yes, it lacked that straight line speed, but you know, it didn't really
with the
need it.
slipstream, it was all right. So as long as you had someone's toe down the slipstreams, you were fine.
You're okay.
You'd catch him through the corners, like. Yeah.
I remember watching you in that, thinking, how does he go that fast in that car? I mean, I was blown away.
Slipstream.
Has anyone tried the new Mazda, the rotary, in the GR3?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, look, if you like drifting, it's the car for you. It really is a drift machine. I've put in a few laps in it. It sounds friggin' awesome, but it really is a handful to drive.
Reckon they'll make that more competitive with a BOP update or something, given that Mazda's now the series sponsor?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Look, I haven't driven it since the last 2 updates. So,
Bloody hell.
but when it first came out, it was I drove it around Spa, and it was virtually undrivable as a
right.
Group 3 race car.
Yep, I
But
found exactly the same.
One of the best sounding cars in the game.
Yeah, it's all sound, it's all show and no go.
It sounds like a friggin' Formula 1 car. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love the sound of the Mitsubishi. Sounded great, and so does this M3 actually.
Yeah, look, the M3 sounds good, and it's one of my favourite all-time cars, that version of the M3, as a road car. The M6 also sounds quite nice, but yeah, the Mitsubishi with its highly strung turbo sounds fantastic.
I picked you for a V8 guy, Rexy. Hey, Lexus,
Why-
Mustang.
Look, I jumped in the Mustang because it there's no denying it looks good, and I thought that it might be competitive, but how wrong was I?
Yeah,
That's alright. I did my
wasn't so
first
good on
series of
tyres,
wheel to
eh?
wheel in that.
Just the lack of front end grip, and just a tyre killer. They were the 2 biggest things.
Yeah, right.
It's
Oh
just
no,
like-
Speedies!
Oh! He hung on to that well. I thought he was a
did.
goner for sure.
He's lost a few tenths there though.
That's right. He's
That's
got,
all he's lost. Well done.
got 2 more
I don't
chances.
think this is gonna. Yeah, this won't be his quickest lap, but it should still be good. He might
Yeah,
get a
look, you know,
804
if you
this
can
one.
get a reasonable good banker in, it might take the pressure off. They can carry so much speed through those corners.
Yeah, it's a very good
And-
all-round vehicle.
This next sector of the track that he's coming up to, so is where the Mercedes is going to be really strong through this next really winding sector.
Yeah.
And carrying good speed through that carousel is really crucial.
Yeah. You've really got to watch your exit on the carousel because it can have you around if you're
Oh, it can throw you up or it can throw you out.
Yep.
But from here on in, this is Mercedes territory. This is where it should be its strongest. So, as ZD said, this is where he wants to focus most of his practice through this section here. But Speedy Tyres using every bit of track to get round through here at the moment.
It's good on its brakes, this Mercedes as well. I've been watching Speedy's braking points, and they're a lot later than mine.
Look, I've driven one of these in real life. It's a bloody fantastic car to drive.
Yeah, so have I, actually. They're good. The road version, of course.
Yeah, the road version. Yeah.
I reckon Footner's going to have some pace here as well in the Merc.
Yeah, look, Footner will be fast.
And Scooter, Scooter hasn't RSVP'd yet, but he's always one to watch.
Yeah,
he's a man of mystery, Scooter.
Pure Axle.
And then Piper, of course, he says he's been struggling a bit in the R8. No idea how that car handles here, but...
Well, Piper's been so strong in that Audi TT, but as it's come to the R8 for the Group 3 rounds, he really has struggled for pace, which has been quite a surprise. The R8's not a car that I've put too many laps in, so...
Speedy's
just binned it in what is a crucial part of the track, so that'll give Speedy the shits. But that's cool. Get yourself together, Speedy. You've still got 2 more laps.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think that was going to be his best lap anyway.
So let's jump on board with... let's have a look at Luminous. We haven't really seen much of him, and he's in a beautiful looking M6 with that silver Red Bull livery.
Yeah, does look good.
I find this next corner quite tricky coming up here. I want to carry more speed than you really can through here, and I've quite often find myself in the sand.
It's another one that flicks you on the exit of that carousel again. And I find this next section quite tricky as well, because I'm always thinking about I need to get onto that straight properly. I need to get on that straight with maximum speed to, just always thinking about that. I sometimes feel like I could have gone quicker.
Speedy was on for a quick time. He's done an 8:17.
Oh, Jonesy.
Jonesy at 8:12. Well, there is a surprise.
Yeah, good on you, Jonesy.
Nice work.
Yeah, not wrong.
So that's a fantastic drive. So that Lexus is quite strong. As I said, it's a good all-rounder. And as Jonesy's just shown, you can put in a really solid time round here. So that's a great first lap by Jonesy.
Here comes Luminous on his... Luminous is approaching his first hot lap.
Oh, he just probably didn't need the brake just then, Luminous. So we're looking at doing a 8:44s.
We should see what Jonesy ends up doing in that Lexus. If that was his banker lap, I'd be curious to see how much quicker he can go. That's a great time.
Yeah, no, he's done really well.
I know. I was talking to. It's Weary done.
So Weary's still coming. So I can't see any scratches on the car, so it's just been So 9 minutes. So I would say Weary doesn't know the track too well, and with 170 corners, it can be quite a tricky track to learn if you haven't put many laps around here.
So Speedy's on his next hot lap, and he's got purples. he's improved on his first lap.
Yeah, look, he'd be really annoyed
They're
with
all
himself at that
purples.
first lap. So, yeah, he's pushing really hard at the moment.
He would be
Wait, is
annoyed.
that last lap? I didn't know
No,
it was
it's
time
it's
things
comparing
work.
it to Jonesy's lap. So that's why he's getting purples everywhere.
Gotcha.
So he's a second and a half up on, or almost 2 seconds up on Jonesy's time at the moment. And as more of the lap, as he takes out more of the lap, that time should come down quite significant. To watch him come through here, he'll probably be flat through here, is he? Yeah, see, that's unreal. There's no way I could go flat through that corner. Just goes to show how stable that Mercedes is. And even though it's not the fastest car in a straight line, it is probably the quickest through the corners.
And he's short shifting it as well. Yeah?
Oh yeah, no dramas. Yeah,
Okay.
don't want to wake the baby, mate. Yeah, and I actually forgot that they can't hear you, even though you said, and they can still hear me doing it right now. So, what part of the track do you like, and what part of the track don't you like, Vintage?
I break the track up into sections in my mind. So, like, you know, I have the first part of the track, which basically sort of up to that downhill straight, and then the fast left-hander, which we just saw Speedy go flat out. And that's my next section, is down that hill, that run up to the top, like that little jump up to the top. And then I break it down again into the following section, and I just try and attack the track like that. As far as a favourite is concerned, it's probably after the carousel, to be honest. I really enjoy that section after the carousel, all the way down to pretty much the next carousel. I just find that section probably, for me, the most rewarding to get right. You don't always get it right, and it's easy to grab a little bit too much brake, and you pull up short of the curve, and you think to yourself, oh, I should have carried more speed through there. And then the next lap you go through and you carry more speed. Next thing you know, you're up on the gravel, and you think to yourself, oh wow, you know. So it's a really hard section to get fast, but when you have got it right, it's fantastic. I really enjoy it. So, what about yourself? Which part do you enjoy?
Yeah, look, I'm the same as you. I break it down into sections, but I probably break it down into larger sections. So for me, the track is 4 sections, is the way I look at it. So
Speedy's off again, sorry.
And so is Jonesy. Both
I was on Jonesy, sorry. I was on Jonesy, I beg your pardon.
Faster times.
No, Speedy wasn't off, I was on Jonesy, I beg your
So
pardon.
I'll jump on board with Speedy at the moment.
Oh, Speedy's getting loose.
Speedy's off! Oh, cursed him!
As we said, you know, it's so easy to throw yourself out of that carousel.
He's got one more chance. Shit.
Man.
Alright. The pressure is on. That can...
Yeah, like I find that carousel, if you nail that throttle too quickly, it's like a slingshot. It just throws you. And you've just got to be so careful. It really is a patience game, those carousels.
Speedy's got to regather for one final lap.
Yeah, he just needs to focus. You know, he's probably trying to push a fraction too hard at the moment. Like, he really wants that pole position.
Yeah, I'd be just crack at it.
I'd take a breather. Just take it easy around the rest of this lap, and then smash out your best.
Yeah, so I've gone back to Jonesy at the moment. So he's still doing. He's still up on his fastest time.
Yeah, let's jump on.
So you were saying before
half a second. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. I break it down into basically, let's say, 4 sections. So this section that we see Jonesy going through at the moment, this is virtually sector 4, this last section, which takes you all the way through to that start finish. So section 1 for me is the GP circuit itself, and then section 2 is from the start of the Nürburgring through to where you come down that really fast section, back up the hill, and you're hard on the brakes into that left, right sort of section. So yeah, I break it up into 4 sections. But you know, the last section I really enjoy, which I think most people do. You know, that winding section.
Yeah.
There's so many corners through there, and when you nail it, it just feels great.
Yeah, me personally, like I'm a big fan of the road tracks. I like the road style courses. I think I just enjoy driving them more than anything else. So, and this Nürburgring is the ultimate road course, isn't it? I mean, I know it's a very historical track, but feels like the ultimate road course, which you can actually drive in real life if you're ever over there in Germany.
Yeah, look, you're 100% correct. You know, there's so much history behind the track, and it's not like any other racetrack. It's 25 kilometres, it's 170 corners. There's a lot to think about. It's bumpy, it's narrow, it's fast. It's, you know, the car is unstable for so much of the lap that it really is satisfying.
Here comes Jonesy.
A good lap.
49. Another good lap. He was 2 seconds slower than his best. That's another good lap. I got to be honest. The part I like the least about this layout of the Nürburgring is this part right now, the GP track. I love the Nordschleife. I'd like to. We didn't have to do this bit. That's just my personal preference.
So
but it is what it is.
I might stick with Speedy Tyre's final lap because he's kind of muffed his first 2. But let's hope for a low 8:03 Speedy.
Let's do it. Well, he's up at the moment, so we'll do this final lap with Speedy. We'll just check out Luminous's time here as he comes over the line. So Luminous is 16 seconds faster. Well done to Luminous.
Speedy almost lost it there in the sand. He's right.
Really?
He's pushing hard. Yep. Speedy's still going for it.
What would you do here if you were Speedy? Would you just like get it done and get a clean lap? Oh man, he's on the limit. So he hasn't had one clean lap yet.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue, I think, is consistency. So it's hard to go on the limit when you lack a little bit of consistency. And I'm not sure where Speedy Tyres is on the leaderboards, but he has had a few issues with some of the earlier seasons with consistency, and yeah, it's just you gotta. I wouldn't be pushing the limits if I were Speedy here on this lap. He could easily get an 8:05 just in cruise control.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be doing that. Bank it.
Yeah, look, you know, dialing it back just a peg or two to try to you know, get that 8:05 sort of time. Yeah, you know, I'd probably want to do it, but would I? I don't know. He's really pushing hard, and he knows that he can do a really good time. So I think he's just going to go for it.
For all of our Lobby A drivers, what do you reckon will be the slowest time rather than the fastest time? Like how fast is everyone in that lobby going to be?
Oh, look, I think that time that Speedy's put in his first bank lap, what was it, 8:17 or whatever it was, 15?
Yep.
I think, you know, that would probably be one of the slowest times that you would see.
In Lobby A, definitely.
Yeah, so...
I would have said 8:12
that.
possibly. I'd say an 8:12 might be the slowest time roughly in Lobby A.
Yeah,
and Jonesy, to his credit, done an 8:12. I mean, that's a great lap from Jonesy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
you know, some people just love this track, even if they're in lower divisions. This can be one of those tracks that people just jump on and practice like a hell of a lot.
correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you guys, especially, well, all of you would have probably, but Nürburgring's been in Gran Turismo since Day Dot, hasn't it? Wasn't it one of the first tracks?
It hasn't been in not all the Gran Turismos. I can remember back to the very first one. And I don't think Nürburg came along until... Oh, shit, it would have been... What was the first time I did Nürburg?
Yeah, the first time I did it was maybe 15 years ago. Yeah, it might have been.
Because I was trying to think back, like Toka touring cars and things like that didn't have it. V8 supercars, which was to this day still one of the best console racing games ever produced.
Yeah, Codemasters. Yeah, they did a great job.
It was fantastic. You know, it had all the Australian tracks, but I don't think it had the Nürburgring.
Yeah, I just remember always, like with Gran Turismo, you know, going through all the titles, playing this, you know, it was one of the tracks I absolutely loved from the get-go, and it's been carried across all the games, so, and that's, I think, a reason a lot of the guys know it, because they've been playing this track for so long now.
You know, I think the very first time I did the Nürburgring was maybe, I think it was Forza 2 on an Xbox.
Yeah, right.
And I think because I'd borrowed a mate's Xbox, like we swapped consoles. I had a PlayStation, he had an Xbox, and I think it was on PS2. But was it PlayStation? Like, was it like Gran Turismo 3 that? I'm sure somebody out there can tell us.
I'm sure they can too. Oh, Speedy,
Oh,
hang on to it, son. Oh, hang on to it, hang on to
He's
it, come
sliding
on.
all over the place.
Oh, wow. Oh,
He's
He's
5
right.
seconds up on.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
so that
good
means he's
time
on
still.
target for an 807. So he's looking at a low 807 at the moment.
Hang on to it.
All right. Come on, Speedy, hang on to it.
Using every inch of track available to him.
Yeah, it's a difficult part of the track.
It is.
Yeah, through here it's very easy to run wide here, off to the left.
Yep, and through this next right-hander, it's easy to run wide as well.
Yeah, it's very easy to run up into the sand there, and then this next one, it tightens on you. You want to continue that speed, but you're like, oh, hang on, I've got to back it right off. And then it's flat out. It's flat out, and then you get through that dip and you're hard on the brakes.
Yep,
And
nice
then
little jump here.
Flat out.
Bang. Fourth gear.
Can you guys keep an eye on Jonesy and let me know when he's approaching his last lap?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because everyone's on their last lap now, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
they
Speedy's still in front of Jonesy, even though Jonesy's
Oh, is he?
fast. Yeah, it's because
Okay,
Jonesy's
fine.
put in a faster lap time.
All right, we'll switch to Jonesy after this one.
So he just needs to get this crucial part through the carousel here, or the mini carousel.
Yeah.
Which he's
And
got
this is
it
where
done.
yep. And he made the mistake up here last time, so come on, Speedy.
Now we've
Get it right.
all spun it or put it into the fence through this next corner, trying to get the best run out.
Man,
Oh,
how insane is this going to be? 90 minutes on this track.
It's gonna be crazy. It's absolutely going to be crazy. You're going to really need to concentrate for the full 90 minutes. I'll be curious to find out how long it is before the traffic spreads out a little bit and you find yourself on your own. But geez, it'd be good to stick with someone, wouldn't it, for the whole 90 minutes? Rexy and I, maybe we can go see each other for a while.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be sniffing your backside the whole time, and then make a pass down this straight on the last lap.
I'll tell you where we're going to end up, Rexy.
Here he comes.
See the green stuff on the right? That'll be us.
Most definitely.
Here
So
we go,
he's
Speedy.
got through here. He's carrying the speed nicely.
That's decent. It's
He's
all
on.
decent.
He's on track. He's going to do probably an 8:04, I reckon.
I'm thinking
8:05.
maybe an 8:05.
Oh,
8:04.
8:04.
Let's split the
that's
difference.
That's
Wow.
good. That's
So
good.
that's still a cracking time. That puts him second on the grid at this stage. So well
it's a
done,
great
Speedy.
time.
He's
Here comes
he's all or
Jonesy.
nothing
Look at
for
Jonesy's
him.
time. Look at Jonesy's time.
An
8:10.
8:10. Jonesy's
Wow.
just
Well
he's
done,
thrown this
Jonesy.
out of the water.
Yeah, fantastic.
I had him doing 8:20s to be kind, because I didn't know too much about him, but he's surprised the hell out of me and done an 8:10. Well done.
Good on you,
That's
Jonesy.
awesome.
Well done, the Lexus.
Great lap.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Speedy's
he's a great
back.
lad.
How are you,
Hey,
man?
Speedy. Well done, mate. Unlucky. You are all or nothing on that last lap.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Whew. Yeah, obviously I'm disappointed not to beat Pure Axel's time, but
Look,
that's racing.
804.5, you know, it's nothing to sneeze about. It's an incredibly fast lap around here, and you're going to be one of few that's going to get down that low, so I wouldn't be stressing too much about it. It's
I was about to say, I wish I could have your level of disappointment, Speedy. I'll tell you. I'll take that every day.
Mate, I'll take your 8 minutes and 12.
Here we go. We got Luminous about to come through here for his
So
last lap.
Luminous coming up, and he's going to better his time again. So Luminous,
Yeah, well
4
done,
seconds.
Luminous.
So
Not bad.
he's
Not bad.
taken time off every single lap. So congratulations, Luminous. You've done a fantastic job.
Yep.
And I got to say, mate, your M6 Red Bull livery is looking fantastic.
It does. So, Speedy, you're just pushing yourself very hard in the first couple of laps? You just really wanted to get a time in?
Hell yeah, I did it the opposite order I said I was going to. I said coming into it, yep, I'm going to set a nice slow banker, and I'm going to ramp it up as I go through. And well, I got too keen. I put everything on the first lap. It was going all right. I was feeling good. It was a wild lap, and then yeah, just pushed too hard, lost it then.
Or did you let out a little squeal, a little scream? No!
The wheel basically shattered in my hands after that.
Yeah, look, it just looked like you really wanted it, and
It did.
Oh, I wanted it.
the you know that Mercedes looked stable on track, but in some areas you had that thing bouncing everywhere, from apex to apex.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's a good lap, Speedy. Well done.
Yep. Ultimately, that last lap I did, I knew, well, this is the only lap I'm going to get now. I can't afford to push it anymore. I had my laps to push it. I've just got to set it back.
Make sure of
Potential's
it.
there,
It was
man.
Yeah, it was a
You
decent.
got the 803, 802 potential for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's alright. 804.5, which is a good lap.
Hey, not
And then you've
complaining.
just got the you got a week and a week and a half of practice before the
Yep.
Div 1 race next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep. You've gone early too. I mean, first night of qualifying, and you've laid it on the line. You could have spent another few days practicing, but well done to you.
Yeah.
It's nice to get it done, get the pressure off yourself, and just practice now.
Absolutely. Like, I figured, like, all or nothing. I got nothing, but nothing's not bad in this situation.
Yeah, no.
Trying to focus on the race ahead.
So
Yeah, it'll be a
Weary
good
bringing
time.
it home here. He's had a shocker of a last lap. He's been his slowest. He did a great lap.
I thought he was going to
Oh, into the
he's
pits.
taking her into the pits. He's disgusted with himself. He's just going to park it.
God!
He's going to throw his helmet
No!
at his
God, please, no!
team director
No!
and go smoke a packet in his trailer.
and drink a bottle.
So that's it, boys. That's another qualifying round for tonight, and that's all qualifying done for tonight. There'll be another 3 qualifying rounds tomorrow that we're going to look forward to. So that's it, boys. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Yep. And congratulations,
And-
Speedy. Well done.
Yeah, well done, Speedy.
Well done,
804.5.
Speedy. Well done.
Well
Mate.
done.
Thank you.
Saw some good times. Excellent.
I reckon there's more good times to come.
Oh,
Definitely.
maybe.
Look forward to the racing.
Hell yeah.
Alright, signing off.